Let us celebrate early wins. 3, early wins are very important. Early wins, we celebrate that first meeting. We celebrate that first sale. I think in our company, we've got that kind of tradition whereby if you close your first deal, we can give you even $50 or $100 just to motivate you that it can be done. So it's very important for you to understand that in your early days in sales, someone must tell you that customers will reject you. 10 calls which you are going to make, you might get 9 rejections in 1 year. That's good. You're progressing. Where's a salesperson? Dress professionally. Always being on time. You should prepare yourself because your attitude is going to be very important if you're going to be successful in sales. Hello guys, so today I've got something for sales people. I love sales and I like getting into sales. This year I'm targeting 120 books and I'm focusing on 60 of those books. They have to be sales and I love sales, and this is what I have for you. If you're new in sales or if you're struggling in sales, go and check on those things. And you see, most of the people, if you notice, most of the people who are now seasoned in an organization, even if they suck in sales, they don't have talent, they'll end up being confident. Why do they have confidence? Number one. But remember, before I give you the number one, remember to subscribe, please. I know that most of you, 63.5% of the people who are watching this podcast are not subscribing. Please do subscribe. If you subscribe, if you share, you will help me to spread this message around the world. We want to spread this message around our continent of Africa. How we sell as Africans is very important. And remember, nothing happens without anyone selling something. So number one, when you want to have confidence, when you're new in a company, you want to have confidence, please, number one, first master the product. Product mastery, it's important. Know the product which you're selling. Who is supposed to be your customer? Who is your target customer? Who is going to buy? Why do they buy? And also, what are your competitors selling? How is your product better than the product which they have? Like, you're going to be told, if you're selling software today, you're going to be told that you already have the similar software. But the question is that software giving what is supposed to be giving? Is there any production? Is there any... How is it different from what you're offering? For example, you're selling an ERP software, someone is using an accounting software. They'll think they're okay, but tell them what they're missing. But you can't when you don't know the product. So the first thing which you want to do when you get into a new company, master the product. Know the product. Know how the product is done. Know what the product is going to, how is it going to help your customer? That's very, very important. And number two, process clarity. What I'm simply saying is you need to master the process. Like in every company, processes are different. You start probably with prospecting. Do you go for a meeting? Do you send a quotation there and there? Do you send a proposal? So master, control the process. New salespeople, they often lack on that. They don't know what to do next. They communicate with the customer is interested, but they just send a quotation, then they lose a sale because they are not familiar with the company's processes. So what you need to do is when you get into a company, master the processes, know how the process, because processes differ from company to company, from product to product, from industry to industry. Know the processes. Very important. Very, very, very important. And also, let us celebrate early wins. 3, early wins are very important. Early wins, we celebrate that first meeting. We celebrate that first sale. I think in our company, we've got that kind of tradition whereby if you close your first deal, we can give you even $50 or $100 just to motivate you that it can be done. You can sell more. You're going to have more deals. This is the first one to come, but more deals are going to come. Your first proposal, everything is important. Celebrate those first wins. We need that early wins, so that if you get into sales team, that first week, I have confidence because you've successfully booked a meeting, you have successfully role-played, you have done A, B, C, D. It's important. Then number 4, have you ever noticed that if you move someone from a company, they were number 1 in this company, but if you send them in another company, they fail miserably. Why do they fail? It's because the culture and direction in that company is completely different. So you need to master quickly the culture. How do these guys dress? How do they behave? How do they make their calls? Who is in charge? Who is helping you with training? Who makes the decisions? Who helps you? Because sometimes you work with tech sales people. You work with another person who's got better product knowledge, the vision of the company. Where do you want to go as a company? The structure. Where your role, what is your role in that company? Very, very important. Number 5, what is going to give confidence to salespeople when they are new? Scripted confidence, scripted conversations. We need scripts. They need to know how they are going to be doing their openings. Script that, write that down. They need to know how they are going to do a needs assessment, how they are going to get that attention. Very, very important. Objection handling, important. Closing statements, very, very important. Number 6, most underrated by most of the companies, training and role plays. This is not for only M&J guys, for every company which is out there. Training, role play. When you train, you have that confidence. You remove fear. You know how to handle objections. When you train, you become confident. You know what to say. You know what not to say. Very, very important. It's important to train. This one is the most important. You need to train if you're going to be successful. So understanding rejection is normal. So it's very important for you to understand that in your early days in sales, someone must tell you that customers will reject you. 10 calls which you're going to make, you might get 9 rejections in 1 year. That's good. You're progressing. But when you think that everyone is supposed to accept you, that's when you're scared. That's when you're afraid. Then also, number 8, you need supportive and firm leadership, which is going to help you handle you. Feedback is supposed to come on your way. Expectations are supposed to be very clear. Your managers must give you the way. They must tell you what to do, what not to do, where you are doing right, and what you need to improve. Then also, personal preparation. What I'm simply saying is, where's a salesperson? Dress professionally. Always being on time. You should prepare yourself. Because your attitude is going to be very important if you're going to be successful in sales. Work on your own attitude. Because if you're thinking that, I've noticed that there are salespeople who are usually looking for negatives. They don't look for the positives. They want even to look for negatives for the company they are working for. So instead of saying, the product which you're selling is going to be very good, what they're focusing on is, I've called one client and he has been saying, your company sucks or the product sucks. That's where they concentrate on. But it's normal for every company. There's someone who's even saying this product sucks, but that product probably, it's the good for someone is the bad for someone. Then number 10, doing the work. That's the truth. You need to put in hours. When you're starting, more hours in your work, more practice, more rehearsals. Everything is supposed to be done in that way. So if you want to have confidence, these are the 10 steps which I've given you, the 10 ways you can be confident in sales. Remember, from product knowledge, from knowing the processes, from knowing what to say, what not to say. No, you get support from your managers, scripts and everything. That's what you want if you're going to master the art of sales. And remember to subscribe, guys. 63.5% of you are not subscribed. Subscribe, comment, share so that you can spread the gospel of business, the gospel of sales. Thank you.